My love for art. Hello, how are you? First one on Instagram over here. Coming to you live on YouTube and Instagram. Just turned it on, so nobody really here, hardly. Yeah, nobody there from YouTube yet, but you're there. They're notifying all my 500 followers or whatever on Instagram. I gotta get more on Instagram somehow. We're telling your followers that you've started a live video. Okay, well, very nice. Hello, you over there on YouTube. Whoever just joined, Unclebirch coming to you live on Instagram and YouTube today. So I haven't been doing enough on Instagram. And I really like the way their live works. I really should do more of that. Just waiting to get more people in there. And we got a couple people over there on YouTube. Ghost with the most liked your video on TikTok. Okay, well, great. No, it is not too late to join my class. I'm accepting signups all through January. So you get over there to gumroad.com/witch school, which is, of course, WITCHSKEWL. Look for the class. It should be the first class up on the list. If you go to, products, should say Witch School January, or I'm sorry, Level 1, January 2022. I don't think there's a January 2021 to get confused with, but just make sure you're in the right year. I get people screw that up all the time. So yeah, there's definitely got a lot of people in the class, but I'm still accepting signups because nobody signs up on time. Well, some people did sign up on time, but not enough people sign up on time, so it's still open. Hello, Songbird. We're here on YouTube. Look Daggle, Loose Daggle. Hello. Mary Miller, hello. Going good. How are you? Hello again, brother CD. How are you? We're coming to you live on Instagram and YouTube today because I haven't done enough. Oh, and TJ Vansel started following me on Instagram. Okay, well, hopefully you'll get the notification that I just went live because I got that on this phone. Valerian, hello. TJ Vansel, hello. Yeah, I just saw you joining. Oddly enough, it said it on this phone, which is the YouTube phone. I'm over here on this phone on Instagram. I'm doing it very low tech. I don't like any of the software that does multi-platform. I haven't found one that works worth a shit yet. It's pronounced like Luke. It's a French name. Luke Daigou. That didn't sound French at all. All right, well, anyway, hello, YouTube and Instagram. It's gonna take me a while to get that right because I've only gone live on Instagram maybe like 3 fucking times. Live from New Orleans, where it's a lovely fucking day. It's like 80 degrees or some shit. It's crazy. Yesterday was winter. Day before that was winter. Now it's summer again. And then tomorrow's gonna be winter. We've learned a lot of new terminology for the weather. We've learned what an atmospheric river is. Most recently, we learned what an atmospheric lake is. And around New Orleans, they say we've got an atmospheric roller coaster. Seems pretty legit. You were my tech for 202 when Sacred Grove was up and running. That was a long time ago when I was a tech. Hell, back then I was just doing YouTube. We didn't have half this other shit. Boy, I probably had Instagram. I know I had an Instagram account for a long time. I just never used it. But then TikTok set up the thing where you could automatically share to your Instagram, and I pressed it, and I said, "Oh shit! I guess I have an Instagram, and TikTok knows where it is, because it's shared to there." Uncle, love you, my dude. Hope you had an amazing day. It's just starting. It's like it's 1:32. I'll be on here for just a few until the Saints game is on today. It's the only football team that I watch. Did you hear about Mercury and Venus being retrograde? Didn't hear about that because I really just don't pay attention to that anymore because it's really stupid. Mercury and Venus are closer to the sun. Hence, their orbit period is shorter than ours. Mercury, being the closest to the sun, is a very short rotation period around the sun. As such, we pass it many times, and the only one we pass It's the only one we pass more than Venus. Retrograde means we passed by them in our orbit. That's all it means. And now, I know now that you told me, I'm gonna see all over social media. People treat Mercury like it's Satan and blame Mercury retrograde for everything that goes wrong in their lives. Um, if any of that's true, Mercury only rules over communications and travel. So those types of things being fucked up, you could maybe have an excuse to blame on Mercury, maybe. But everybody treats Mercury like Satan, man. And just blame Mercury for everything that goes wrong while it's fucking retrograde. We passed by it in our orbit. Everything's not a mystical experience. Like my tata used to say, don't be a fanatic. Love you, my dude. Hope you have an amazing day. Oh, you already said that. Okay. Yeah, days just pretty much starting to pick up right about now. So Uncle Bert's coming to you live on YouTube and Instagram at the same time with a huge crowd over here on Instagram. Here, you guys want to see each other? Watch. You see that? No. What the fuck? I don't even know what you're seeing. Okay, there you go. Now everybody can see each other. All right, there you go. Low tech. That's what I say. Let's see over here on YouTube. What do we got going on? Haven't missed anything on YouTube. Haven't missed any. Well, over here on Instagram, the stuff stays on the screen, so I would know if I missed anything over here. So tell your friends. If you're not following on Instagram, which I'm sure the two of you over here are, be sure and follow, share the live. I think there should be a way to share the live. I'm in TikTok jail again for another couple days. What do you think it's okay to take multiple witchcraft classes? I think it should be mandatory, really. Some people
multitask.
Yeah, some people have a problem with that. In our system, the Circle A system of magic, we say that you can be in any group or tradition you want, and if you're in a tradition that says you can't, we're okay with being your dirty little secret. You don't have to tell anybody you're Circle A. So we've got a lot of people in our tradition out there skulking and lurking around, and you don't even know who they are. Let's see, Mary. Oh, that Mary. Doing good. Loving New Orleans. Haven't missed. I think we missed a couple restaurants in Santa Cruz, and maybe 2 or 3 people. Um,
In LA.
and LA too. I think in LA I just missed some restaurants.
Yeah.
I can't think of any people I missed when we lived in Hollywood. Um,
Patty.
New Orleans is much cooler. Yeah, Patty, definitely miss her. Saints for the win. Yes, yes, yes. I'm. When you go to New Orleans, you gotta watch the Saints, because if you don't, people are going to ask you when you're in line at the store what you thought of the game. If you don't have something to say, they're going to look at you like you're a tourist or something like that. So you gotta. So I gotta follow the Saints, and today's a very important game. So I will be out of here by that time. Message retracted. Ooh. I love it when the message is retracted. It makes me curious. Yeah, like with different teachers, I think you should. Really. Don't just rely on my perspective alone, although my perspective is going to be better than most. Still, it's not a complete picture of the craft universe. um, oh yeah, I saw on your Facebook, so freaking cool. Who created your profile pic? I just changed mine today.
The WitchCon thing?
Yeah, it's just like a WitchCon frame because I'm going to be at WitchCon. And then apparently I didn't even understand this. Like what it's supposed to be is you make your profile pic your favorite person from WitchCon as your profile pic. And today I'm like scrolling through shit before coffee, and I saw my little picture over there, and it said, I just got my booster like 3 days ago. What? I didn't fucking see it. Then I look at the name, and it wasn't my name, but it was my picture. So apparently that's the thing, is you make that your profile. So I guess I am my favorite WitchCon presenter because I'm using that picture. But I had my Facebook repeat offender profile picture for a while because it's 31 days in the Facebook pan. just for saying what I really thought about David Griffin's wife. I'm not going to say it again, but that's all I said. Yes, we're still making items according to the planetary hours. We do it through a different web page than usual. It's the lovershermeticsupply.com. That's actually two shops, joined together, my shop and one of my students' shops. But check it out. There's also an Instagram. There's a page. Lovers Hermetic Supply has a page over here on Instagram. Not sure about YouTube. I don't think we have a page over here on YouTube, but clearly I do. Please share it on whatever platforms you're on. Share. You know what? I never shared it to Facebook. Did I share it to more? To I can't wait. Facebook. Is it gonna remember my Facebook on my old phone? Let's see. Facebook. Motherfucking hitting Facebook, bitches. There we go. Sharing it. Okay. And that's YouTube. How do I do it over here on Insta-fucking-gram? I can tag different people. Okay. I can let people in if they want to join. I can invite people to join. I can... Whoops. The fuck did I just do here? Oh. I hit the wrong camera on YouTube. Doesn't seem to be a share function over here on Instagram. Actually, it might automatically share. Wait, share photo or video with yours. No, that's not it. Send your request to join. All right, over here on TikTok, we're letting Laura the Leo King in. Santa Cruz Ghost Girl. Hey, Aubrey, how the fuck are you? Oh, now you declined. Okay. Well, Laura the Leo King lost her courage, I guess. I can't believe I'm saying that about a Leo, but they wanted to be in here, or they hit the wrong button, and
Maybe they butt dialed.
maybe they butt dialed it. I don't know, but they didn't. Now they don't want to be in. I'm so dejected. Let's see.
Oh my god.
That's everything. Ha ha ha. Dope. All right. Unclebirch coming to you live from New Orleans on Instagram and YouTube simultaneously on 2 separate devices. Jason Spears, hello. Hey, Santa Cruz Ghost Girl, how are you? Got a lot more ghosts over here. I'm just saying. Just saying. New Orleans, you can. I would hope it's cheaper. I don't know, but when you're in the French Quarter, you can get a place that's haunted or not haunted. It says it right on the fucking rental sign, so you know ahead of time. I would hope that you can get a haunted place cheaper and cleansing. Witches make out for that kind of thing. Let's see. Not missing anything on YouTube. Let's see. Am I following Santa Cruz Ghost Girl? Let's see. Oh, follow is not on. Okay, now I'm following you back. Jenny Santana liked the video. Don't see you in here, but you're liking it over on that phone. But on this, that's weird that I don't get the notifications over on this phone. But anyway, so when you doing the magic? All time. I've been a witch so long. It's not like I walk into the altar room and make shit happen anymore. It's just full-time witchery. There's no time that I'm not witching. I'll be witching when the football game's on. I love it when the Saints are playing. What's Tom Brady's team? The Buccaneers now.
Yep.
I love it with it because Tom Brady's wife Giselle said that she does witchcraft for him before every game, so he'll win. And the last couple times they played the Saints, New Orleans voodoo kicked ass over Brazilian witchcraft, and I love when that happens. That's rad. Yeah. Can you tell me what's the difference between a demon and demon? That's really just spelling. Some people just spell it wrong. The first way you spelled it is correct, and I believe the second way, Deamon. I don't even think that's a real spelling.
You can do Dae. M-O-N.
D-A-E.
Yeah.
M-O-N.
But you can't do D-E-A.
Yeah, those are just different spellings for the same manifestation, pretty much. We've got the wordsmith over here. Always got to check with her. She could tell you.
Just call me Smith.
Smith with a Y and an E at the end. Smithy.
I could probably have a drink around now.
Oh, she could probably have a drink around. Now, I'm going to need a little more commitment before I leave my viewers to get you a drink.
Please, my dark overlord.
Ooh. All right. That was a good please. I'm going to go make the wife a drink. If people come on, tell them I'll be right back, okay? Both y'all? Okay, I'll be right back. The usual.
Yes, please.
Okay, he even went the extra mile cleaning the soap out of the shaker, which you rarely do, so you didn't have a soapy drink. Isn't that nice of me? There was suds.
Okay, but don't question my methods.
I am questioning your methods. That 420 witch, hello, I just got back making the wife drink. See if I missed anything over here. Marta should be on when you go doing stuff. Yeah, well, sometimes she doesn't want to, she hasn't done her hairs and stuff, girl stuff, Honestly, I just want to thank you. The main reason I got into magic and mysticism. I remember the first video I saw of yours, how magic works. Oh, that's not that long ago. Oh, we had 10 years. No, wait. No, probably less than 10 years. I think I've only been on for, no, I see videos on YouTube that are like 11 years old now. So, yes, I'm OG on YouTube. Only Frater Xavier has probably been on as long as me. I'm not even sure about that. But, as far as people that teach witchcraft on YouTube, the only people that were doing it longer than me have passed away since then. So I have the high ground, as it were. Unclebirch coming to you live from New Orleans on YouTube and Instagram simultaneously on 2 separate devices. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I gotta say. So we tend to have people randomly ask me questions about witchcraft and magic. So if you got those, fire away. Unclebirch is amazing. He's always ready with helpful advice. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm still in TikTok jail for, okay, so this morning for coffee, I made 2 videos. One, It's about how racism exists, but race doesn't actually exist. That one went over okay, even though that's extremely controversial. Even though it sounds like you're trying to like excuse people from something, but it's like no, racism exists. Race does not. Race is a pigment, a skin pigment. It's all about where your ancestors lived in relation to the equator. That's all that is. Then I made another video, which got flagged for hate speech. I'm still waiting for the appeal to go through on that one. Putting my account back in TikTok jail. It was out for a whole like 4 days, where I had the audacity to say that your gods and your goddesses do not hex people for you. That there's only once in a month traditionally when a witch can ask for divine intervention, and it tends to be the full moon. But these are not your thugs that to do your bidding for you. If you want to hex somebody, your gods have given you the tools to do so. They're not going to step in. That would mean that they would have to favor one human over another human. And what if you run into somebody that's also a devotee of that same deity? Do they have to choose? Like, well, let's see. Let's weigh the quantity of prayers between this person and that person to choose which one I'm going to defend. Like, which one of my devotees I'm going to kill for that other person. Well, that was hate, apparently. Yeah, TikTok's bullshit. If you're not on TikTok, I don't suggest you go there. If you do, follow me. I got Unclebirch 3, Unclebirch 4, Witch School, WITCHSKEWL. I've got Phil Free 13, PHILFREE, the number 13, for my political stuff. Then, of course, I'm over here on Instagram at Unclebirch_witch, and then Uncle Birch on YouTube. But if you're on TikTok, go ahead and follow me. On TikTok, I wouldn't suggest it. None of this shit that happens on TikTok happens over here. This shit doesn't go on. People can't just like get a couple people together and flag your videos and have them and or your account taken down. You have to try hard on YouTube or fucking Instagram. I have had one video ever flagged on Instagram. I think the only time I've ever had a video flagged on YouTube is when we did Widdershins, and I always get infringement claims because we play a bunch of music, but they're all like punk bands that are just happy somebody's playing their music, so nobody's ever going to pursue a copyright infringement. But one time we played a Prince song, and that video got pulled down. That's the only time. This bullshit doesn't happen, and fuck it.
Thank you, Prince.
And YouTube's better. I mean, over here we got Reels, and we got Shorts for the millennials who can't concentrate more than three. I don't even think they can concentrate for the 3-minute videos that we can now do over on TikTok. They can't concentrate for more than 60 fucking seconds. So you've got to somehow make a valid point in 60 seconds. It ain't easy, but I do it. But I can make a better point, a fuller point, a complete point on fucking YouTube or on fucking Instagram. Or if I want to appeal to the fucking millennials, I could do a short or I can do a reel. I've seen a lot of drama over white practitioners working with African ancestors. Yeah, and I've had that myself. And like I said, the person's like, we can argue over the quantity of my African blood all fucking day, but whether or not I should honor the ancestors that are in my DNA should not be questioned. I have those in my DNA, and I'm going to honor those. And for somebody to come along and say that you shouldn't honor certain ancestors is a pollution of that person's heart and that person's soul. There's nothing good to be said about. They're not doing anything good by telling somebody not to honor their African ancestors. I mean, if we had more white people that acknowledged their African blood and honored their African ancestors, maybe we would have less racism. Just saying. I will find you on TikTok later. I don't really make content there. And then I also have Unclebirch 2, which is, they say, permanently banned, but the account's still there. They won't let me log into it right now. And when I try and log into it, they say it's suspended. They don't tell me how long. I've never gotten an email from TikTok explaining. So I keep trying every couple of days. I keep trying. That account's still out there. TikTok's exploiting my fucking labor or something. Um, yes, I have Native American heritage. It's very diluted, but I love honoring them. Yes, that's. I don't think anybody should argue with that. Argue with that. To not honor the ancestors in your DNA is to either be a racist or a bigot, depending on what color you are. Did you see the Witch Talk block list? Yes, I did, and I'm not on it. Can you believe that shit? I did
I
not.
told you to file a complaint.
I did. I filed a complaint because now that person's following me. As always happens on TikTok, when we've got Witch Talk drama, I find all of the main players are following me. So then I have to, do like the car video where I said, don't make me pull this car over, you kids. I have to get all uncle on them. Love your T-shirt. Where'd you get it from? Marta got it somewhere. Witchy AF, kind of in runes, but not really. Dear uncle, I have a question. Situation. I've been practicing my psychic powers, but it seems people and even the dogs in my neighborhood are saying my thoughts out loud. Any idea what's up? That kind of shit happens, and you can't really do anything about it. The psychic channels just get crossed. You're transmitting rather than receiving. You're transmitting meditation and trying to take control of those capacities is all you can do. But that kind of shit will happen from time to time. Sometimes random strains happen in the universe, and your lines get crossed. Love when you go on YouTube, because I can transfer you to my TV screen. Oh, I never even thought about that. I think it's important to honor your ancestors, no matter what race they are. Yes. What if you don't know what your aunties are? Then you just say ancestors, and your best way to work with your ancestors is extract a drop of your blood for the focal point. They're in there, and all of their memories are in your blood. Love the videos over the year. Learned and remembered a lot. Your video about magic relating to electricity was eye-opening. Still one of the best wand builds. Oh my god, the wand. I think that was my first video. It's like when I'm one of the as that, but I'll keep fucking repeating it because I have a long memory and they don't. Can you hear it? I know you can hear it.
Oh.
I wonder if they can hear it.
I thought you were talking
The calliope. It's this organ that they play on the riverboats, and it wafts over here, and it bounces off the water, so it always sounds kind of eerie. It's really cool. Don't know if that's being picked up on the microphone, but one of the sounds we listen to all the time. They should make a Christian block list. I'm working on that, That's kind of what I've been saying over on TikTok. I'm fighting a battle all alone against the crazy fucking Christians that are banning witch accounts right and left on TikTok. And in the midst of my battle, I have witches attacking each other all over the fucking place that don't have a fucking solidarity bone in their asshole. I agree and get annoyed when, for example, some Wiccan tells me I'm practicing magic wrong. Yes, absolutely. That's the problem, and if you follow me on YouTube, that's been the whole problem. Wicca was once incorporating all kinds of things and open to most things, and then Wicca started moving too fast, and it lost most of its magic. It lost most of its knowledge. Back in my day, all Wiccans knew the same shit that I'm teaching you all day long. All witches knew all of the same shit, and then I get out here on YouTube and people act like it's fucking like speaking some alien knowledge from another fucking planet. And you're there, oh, you're so wise. It's like, no, I just fucking remember shit. I remember some old shit, and I have a way of putting it back into words where people can understand it. I'll give myself credit on that one, but it's not like I made most of this shit up. It was shit that everybody everybody knew. Everybody had the same rule book, and it wasn't the Wiccan Read, the threefold law, or any of that. Hey, y'all. Wicca got big. Good. We got big between the 1950s and 1970s, as far as I remember. Yeah, it was pretty big through the 80s, too. Now, not so much. Wicca's on the low end of the scale of the witchcraft that we have out in the world. They used to be prominent. Hello, Wicked Witch. Hello, Power of the Occult. Check out Power of the Occult on YouTube. He's been teaching. And just started a class. Shit, I guess this is, if you're doing on Sundays, I guess your second class is today, or you just did it. I think it got created in the 50s. It's more like a religion. Yeah, I think 54 was when Gerald Gardner's book first came out. I believe that was 54. Or was 54 when the last of the laws against witchcraft were repealed in England? Yeah, see, not always perfect long-term memory. But hello, you people. Unclebirch coming to you live on YouTube and Instagram simultaneously for, I don't know, maybe another hour or so. So I got to go get ready for the Saints to come marching in over the Falcons. Football. Oh, it's not every week. I still need to edit it. Edit it. Shh. Yeah, I know I should write a book, but I need a scribe. When I type shit out, it's short and to the point and boring. I need somebody to just write down everything I say. Should be out later this week, okay? I'll watch it. Let's see. So I never did figure out how to share the Instagram live on Facebook. I think I'm out of buttons. No, that's, I could send it to different people. No, I don't have a button for that. If you write a book, all I have to say is take my money. Okay, I will do so. Oh yeah, I'm already taking your money in my class. All right, I'll take some more of your money. That's cool. Oh, you're not. Oh, I thought you were Power of the Occult. That's everything. I don't know if you're in my class. But you can still get in my class. The January class is still open all through the month of January. You just got to go to gumroad.com/witchschool. WITCHSKEWL. And look for the Witch School Level 1 January 2022 class. Click on it and get right in. The first, the months, get Sasha to write your book. That would be amazing. He probably could. Oh my God, is it a martini? It's like a baby Yoda cocktail of some kind. I just heard today that the cocktail was invented in New Orleans.
Of course it was.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I thought there was just certain. Yeah, CJ, I haven't really had much luck with the text-to-speech. I think I need to work with it more because you got to kind of train it to do all the occult words, you know. I mean, for the longest time when I would say BB, which is short for Blessed Be, my phone would autocorrect to Bob. It's taken me a while. Now when I type in WITCH, it automatically fills in SKEWL. So I guess it just takes time to train our machines. Put some protections on it because people like to get PDFs. Yeah, but that's, I don't care. I have many of my songs over here on, from my political days over here on YouTube, and I've never copywritten one of them. If somebody spreads my words around, I win. My favorite cocktails are hurricanes and monitors. Yeah, I get ducky a lot. Okay, I kind of thought you were going to say mojitos, but it corrected to monitors. Yes, yes, Marta loves the mojitos. She loves that mint. So I do make a kick-ass mojito. I don't think I've ever made a.
Too.
Have I ever made a hurricane though?
No, but we have a recipe on those hurricane glasses that we have.
We have a recipe on the hurricane we've never used for hurricanes, but yeah. I mean, a bartender friend of ours was making hurricanes at her house when the hurricane was coming one year. That's kind of what people do around here. It's like, oh, hurricane's coming. Well, oh shit, let's celebrate that too. We celebrate everything in New Orleans. Why not fucking celebrate the hurricane? Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if Marta would say that mojito is her favorite, but I'm sure it's up there.
It's in the top 5.
In the top 5. What would be the top?
I don't know. It's more of like a revolving list, but Mojito's definitely up there. Maybe even the top 3.
She spoke something
What?
of the female mysteries just now.
What?
Revolving
Yeah.
list, revolving list. A long time ago, they did brain scan patterns of the male and female brain. And what they found was the male brain waves were more like lines going to a specific point, and the female brain waves were waves, waves. This makes when we run into things like this speaks a lot, you know. But the curvy thing that we always say about women, well, that's in their fucking brains. They curve. They go to the store. They want.
I don't do that though.
Well, you don't go to the store.
I didn't do that when I was in the
Okay,
store.
they wander through the aisles like this, man. Go straight to the fucking thing, get
That's
the
what I
thing,
always do.
take the fucking thing, get the thing. She's, you know, she shops from her masculine side, but that circular thing that she said is does speak to the nature of the female.
You had a circular thing with women when you were poly.
I'm leading to a point.
Oh, okay.
Unclebirch has a very circular way of speaking these things, and as such, I'm lucky that I'm in religion or spiritual path that's at least 85% female. That, not looking bad, appeals to my audience. That there's a way of speaking to your target. You get a circle around the subject, spiral in, and nail it. Right? It's that direct path to the thing, and it's boring, and I would not read my own fucking book. But when I speak, it's very circular. Yes, and I was rather circular with my polyamory. It's all about small circles. And it can be sometimes Widdersons, sometimes diesel, sometimes figure eights. See. Speaking of drinking, I'll be right back. Hey, lizard. Yes, I just saw one of our millions of lizards on the way to the house, but it's January. I shouldn't be seeing lizards running around. It's not supposed to happen. Nature's broken. Motherfucker, it's 80 degrees today. It's going to be 50 something tomorrow. Motherfuckers are going to die.
Butterflies were checking on the
But
babies.
yeah, butterflies are already fucking laying eggs. We luckily we brought in the milkweed that had the eggs on it when the last cold spell happened, so the caterpillars didn't fucking die. But we're having connect. I've got problems over here on YouTube with the connection. All right. So, Power of the Occult saying, just do, do PDFs and stuff like that. You know, I have students all over TikTok. I have students all over YouTube, Instagram, wherever you have. I got Power of the Occult over here. He's teaching a class. I watched the class. I'm quoted several times without directly quoting me, but I'm not asking that you do that. And when I see other students, they're like, when I see somebody on, I saw somebody on TikTok talking about, this is a pentacle. A pentagram is drawn. A circle does not make it a pentagram. It's the act of drawing it that makes it a gram or a col. I know they got that from me. And they didn't quote me, but I know those are my words. When I see somebody on TikTok saying, when you banish, you must vote. I know those are my words. Because unfortunately, nobody's repeated that for so fucking long, hardly anymore. I know where they got it. And I like that they got that and that they're spreading it around because I know I'm right. But I don't care that to get credit. I don't have to get credit. I don't have to get quoted. I am causing change in the external world. Will. My will is to change the entire spectrum of witchcraft out here on social media, to where it makes sense and runs better and works better, and people's witchcraft works, and they're doing, doing it a good way. I'm not going to say the right way, but so if somebody went and, like, stole shit from my book, that's just still spreading my vast wisdom around, which I'm cool with. I don't care. They can steal it. Red Crow 2010. Hello, Red Crow. How the hell are you? I'm coming to you live from New Orleans on YouTube and Instagram today. I know it's like the game of telephone. Yeah, yeah. But that's the thing, is I see these. I can't even keep track of them because they all have different screen names. But I've lately been finding people on TikTok teaching the real deal, and I'm all impressed that they're teaching the real deal. And then I find out that they're one of my students, and they have a different name on their fucking email, so I don't associate them with that. But I see nothing lost in the translation when any of these retransmit what I said. So like unlike the game of telephone where they lose some nuance of what I said. Now, when I started over here on YouTube, I had a student, in real life, back at my shop back in the day, and he was like 14 years old. And unlike me, most 14-year-olds that I know don't finish the class. It was a five class intro class. He took 3. No, didn't see the kid again. Somebody told me, hey, John's over there fucking teaching witchcraft on YouTube. I said, really? Well, shit, I gotta go see that. And I went, and this kid absorbed everything that I said in those 3 classes that he attended, retranslated it into his own language, and was teaching it well on YouTube. And I sent him a message. Said, shit, John, nice job. I saw what you're doing on YouTube. Nice job. And he said, well, thanks. You should do that. I go, what? He goes, you should teach witchcraft on YouTube. I went, whoa, no. You can't do that.
Get off my lawn.
That's against the rules. That's not traditional. I sound like such an old fart. I made that wand video 10 minutes later, when you were over here talking about my wand video. I've been making videos and teaching witchcraft on YouTube and all over social media since then, because I learned how to recognize the limiting voice of my shadow and do the opposite of whatever it says for the rest of my fucking life.
We must adapt.
Must adapt and overcome our shadow. My favorite way of raising energy in spellwork, sexual activity, even masturbation. I know there's lots of ways to do it, but my favorite, what's the most fun? It was like, I'm fucking and changing the world in accordance with will at the same time.
Win-win.
2 of my favorite things at once. Yeah. I always suggest you to all my witchy friends. In fact, the only person that really do suggest anyone wanting to. Oh, thank you. I have a question about classes, in the live classes. Being in the UK, I don't know if I'll be awake for the live class. Well, I don't have any live classes, so I've been toying with the idea of doing Zoom classes, and I probably should, because I'm almost up to my year mark, where I'm going to have to pay them $140 for a year again. I just need to make that pay for itself. So I do need to do that, but as such, my classes over at gumroad.com/witchschool, WITCHSKEWL, are pre-recorded. You can watch them whenever you want. You can take the class at your own speed. As I've often said, I have people from when I originally started doing correspondence courses on a private channel on YouTube over here that you can't see unless you were in the class. I have students from about 7 years ago that all of a sudden started turning in homework, like 3 of them at the same time. It was really odd. It meant something magical happening in the world, and I'm not sure what yet. But 7 years ago, and they started turning in homework, I had to go find the written class rolls, find their names, figure out who the fuck they were, because I hadn't heard from them.
You're doing an audit.
They took the entire year class Never said shit, never interacted, never sent in a lick of homework, and here they pop up 7 years later doing fucking homework, and one of them's hitting me up for initiation now. So basically what I'm saying over there, 420 Witch, you take it at your speed. And that's one of the reasons that I don't do the Witch School class live, is specifically because of that. I got people all over fucking, I got people way up into the Eastern Bloc and all over fucking Europe and Australia. I can't get them on the same time zone at all. I have one person, one of my classes, which was 8 o'clock here. It was like 3 in the morning where she was, and she took the class. I do teach sex magic. I think I'll be teaching that at Hexfest, Sex Magic and Beyond, which is when I've done that class, it's blown some fucking minds. So I fully intend this year at Hexfest to blow some fucking minds. It's August something. Look it up, hexfest.com. You should get your tickets. It's a great excuse to come to New Orleans, and it's a good year to do it, because normally, being a local here in New Orleans, I only have to teach one class at Hexfest and get paid for it rather than have my travel paid for. August 12th, thank you. This year they talked me into doing 3 classes. So this year you come to Hexfest, I'm gonna be doing 3 classes. You can go look up what they are on hexfest.com, because I forgot what I said I was going to teach, but that won't slow me down at all. Hello, the Cyrillic person. Tell me what that says.
Julia something. Julia something.
Julia
I
something.
didn't see the last name.
Hello, Julia something. TJ will be there. Oh, fuck yeah. We didn't see you last year, right? No, we didn't. Cool. My shop was there this last year. I'm not sure what they decided to do this next year. I just got to contact them. But maybe you'll be in the vendor room with them. But yeah, so Hexfest this year. I mean, I think you should go to Hexfest every year, but this particular year, they got Unclebirch for 3 classes, and you're going to want to see him. I plan on traveling to the States in a few years. If you're there, when I am, I still want to come to a class or 2. Cool. Well, hey, August. It's really hot here in August, but it's worth it. I mean, every place is air conditioned when you go inside. It's just when you step out into the sun that you might melt. Oh, sure, it's hurricane season, but you know, we've had a few Hexfests without having to worry about hurricane.
I don't think they've had any.
I don't recall ever. Power of the Occult's can be in New Orleans for a couple days before and after too. Cool.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, that's absolutely a must. So Power of the Occult we met last year at Hexfest. Lavola, some witches never take their classes and never send the homework. The classes are worth it and will change your life. Take them and do what you want. Most important is take the classes. Yeah, I mean, because I got a free course over here on YouTube still. I rarely hear from people that take it, but you know, people will say, hey, yeah, I took your class on YouTube. You know, it comes up all the time on TikTok and shit. It's like, oh, I have no idea. You know, got thousands of hits on those fucking videos, but I don't know who the hell took them. I love the heat. Oh, well, then you love it here in August. You spend a lot of time in Arizona in the summertime. It's very different than Arizona heat. It's humid heat. It'll take 20 years off you. You step off the plane in about 2 hours, you've lost 20 years on your fucking face. So think how bad I would look if I wasn't in New Orleans right now. I'd look 20 years fucking older. But that humidity, they call it southern.
I would leave you so fast.
They call it southern Botox. No, those are just character lines, man. I'm a dude.
Shut up.
I've watched a lot of them. Yeah, I'm sure you have. Unclebirch come to you live New Orleans on YouTube and TikTok. I'm probably gonna go back till about 3 our time. Then I gotta start gearing up for the Saints. Got a little bit of spell work to throw that way because it's that important today. Hello, Divine Witch over there on YouTube. How are you? My love for art's in Florida, so I'm used to it. Well, my love for art, we're really close, man. I could drive here to go to Hexfest. Hell, I guess you could take an Uber, but it's probably pretty expensive. But you should come, man. What's up with that? Would look 120 instead of 100. Oh, thank you, Dan. Yeah, on TikTok, there's like this automatic filter when I go live over there. So I look older on these formats. So I look older on YouTube than I do on Instagram. So I think maybe Instagram incorporates a filter. I don't know, but we're coming to you live on YouTube and Instagram on two separate devices. My main is on TikTok, is in TikTok jail today because I had the audacity to tell people that their gods won't hex people for them and their goddesses. Um, that's your own shit that you've got to do. They will not help you with that. Hey, Birch, is Kabbalah magic and self transformation good for a beginner? Yes, I mean still the first circle I teach is the lesser banishing ritual, the pentagram, because witches borrowed that a long time ago. And most of the original witchcraft circles were based off of that ritual, and it's steep with Kabbalah. Yes. I thought you left TikTok. Yeah. Well, the Divine Witch, my main account that had 65,000 followers got permaban. I have another one with about 5,000 followers that they say got permabanned, but it's still out there. That's Unclebirch 2. And I just haven't been able to get into the account. They say it's suspended. They don't say banned. So I don't know which, I think there was a glitch. There's no way that account got permabanned that quickly when it took me 2 years to get the 65,000 account permabanned. There's no way I racked up that many fucking points. But TikTok's stupid. So let's see. Will you be taking over Freighter's YouTube anytime this year? I don't think so. I am. Thank you for reminding me on our podcast Widdershins, which gets rebroadcast over here on YouTube. Um, I've got a soft yes from Freighter Xavier. I just have to nail down a time when he's not really busy, and he told me that at the beginning of the year to recontact him, and it is that time. So I do need to contact Freighter Xavier, and if anybody can get him on a podcast, I can because he's my bro. I do know his secret identity, and I won't tell you. And it's an audio podcast, so it should be perfect for him. But our fucking ratings are going to go through the roof. And once I'm out of TikTok jail, I'm also going to announce we're going to start interviewing prominent TikTok witches on our podcast Widdershins, because there is some good work going on over there. Apparently LTC is pretty anti-vax. LTC.
I don't know who that is.
What's LTC, dude? LTC. They've been throwing yes, they've been throwing bans on everyone. The Christians are organized on TikTok to ban us, and then we have a bunch of fucking witches fighting with each other over fucking breadcrumbs, helping them. And I'm going to, as soon as I'm out of TikTok jail, I'm going to label them all agents of Christian oppression. Liam Thomas Christopher. Oh, cool. I don't know who that is, so I'm glad he's anti-vax. Little Tushy Coconut. I'm going to call him Little Tushy Coconut from now on. Awesome idea. I enjoy the podcast. Looking forward to it. Yeah, I've been trying to get him on for a couple years, but he's a busy guy, so I got to catch him with, it's really an hour or so out of his day. But I will get Freighter Xavier on our podcast. If anybody can do it, I can do it. I wish witches would stop fighting with each other. Yes, I do too. What did I do? On my latest one, I made a video. There's a lot of people saying that since they're devotees of Hecate, Hecate is going to hex you, or Odin's going to get you, etc., using their. It's like I'm a fucking patron to at least 3 specific goddesses that I oath my life to, and have given great work to over my lifetime, and I don't expect any one of them to step in on my little petty fucking squabbles with anybody. I don't expect any one of them to come in and fucking hex somebody. That's ridiculous. That would mean that somebody else that works with that goddess is favored over somebody else. Hey, Wade McMorgan, how the fuck are you? Welcome to live. I'm live on YouTube and Instagram. A lot more followers on YouTube, but do what you can. Share my thing. Get me more followers on fucking Instagram, because I am in TikTok jail right now. Freighter's Mentor, the guy who wrote Kabbalah Magic, great work. Oh, what? I didn't even know he had a mentor. Liam Thomas Christopher is Frater Xavier's mentor. All right, you got me. I did not know that one. I want to visit Marie Laveau's home in New Orleans. It's interesting. Yeah, you can do that. You can visit the Seven Sisters of New Orleans. Their homes are historic landmarks. You can do that. Um, that sounds exciting, Uncle Birch. Thanks for always bringing us quality information and future things to look forward to. Ah, you're welcome. Thank you. I know, right? I had someone try and threaten to curse me with my own goddess. Exactly. Exactly. It's like, like Hecate is my first patron goddess. I fucking sold my life to her fucking close to 40 fucking years ago, man. Or actually, probably about 40 fucking years ago. I don't expect her to step into my squabbles. And what if the person on the other end is also one of her devotees? Am I expected that goddess to calculate the level of our prayers to decide who's more favored in her eyes? No, because they don't get involved in shit like this. No god form whatsoever gets involved in your fucking petty squabbles. And when I was a witch, or when I first became a witch, we were taught there was once a month and best to be when the moon is full when you can call on divine intervention. But still, you couldn't call on it for any fucking thing. But there was once a month when we could call on our goddess to do some shit for us. Everything else, she gave you the tools to do it your damn self. They don't get involved. You see Jehovah over there involved in anything? What if somebody's going to threaten? Well, Jehovah's going to come get you. So, Jehovah ain't said shit in a couple thousand years, Yeah, the Divine Witch, 20 years deep with my journey with her. And could you imagine, Divine Witch, going before Hecate and even floating that fucking idea? You know her, so you know what I'm saying. You do not want Hecate's bitch slap. And if you're a devotee of Hecate and you call on her for that, you're going to get Hecate's bitch slap. And it's going to be the bitchiest bitch slap you ever got in your fucking life, man. No way I would even bother her with such shit. When I was in New Orleans, I was at the voodoo store and some drunk dude kept screaming, "I don't believe in any of this shit." Then he was surprised when he got kicked out. He was in the fucking store. He's lucky he didn't, get a face plant on Bourbon Street. Well, that's cool. I hope you make it, TJ. We were looking forward to seeing you guys last year, and I think it was COVID or something. We didn't get to see you. Yep. Oh my God, or oh my goddess. Yeah, I can't believe these fucking kids. I worked with Lilith a few times back in the day. I would not call me a devotee. I have not oathed myself. She's not one of my patrons, but is somebody I've worked with. I've worked with plenty of goddesses that aren't my patrons. It's like, yeah, man, I'll be there since we already had it. You already had it? How did I miss that? Was I in Facebook jail? Well, hopefully you got the vaccine too. I mean, you kind of have to. Last year at Hexfest, if you didn't have the vaccine, you get these Hexfest beads and they're red, and then the workers are blue, and then the unvaccinated people were black, and they were treated like they had the Black Plague. Nobody sat next to them. No, there was one shop. There was a shop in the vendor hall, and they all had the black beads. Nobody shopped at their fucking things. You told me? Okay, well, my short-term memory's not that good, I guess. Well, I'm glad y'all are okay. The Divine Witch. I've seen people get hit so hard, then wonder why. Like she's not your mom. Handle your shit. The worst I've seen is people who say they devote you to her and don't. Yeah, it's like, ask your mom to go fucking fight your battles on the schoolyard. Is that gonna fucking happen? But you, Brujo Ryan, and Hoodoo Brujo all can't get into their account, and they're still there. Really? It happened to Brujo Ryan too? I do not follow him. I do not talk shit about him because he's married to Witchfoot. That's all I can say. um, it isn't so much even his content, it's his delivery. I just don't like the guy. But I'm not talking shit. Love me some Witchfoot. They got married. She sees something in him that I don't know. You know, I'm sure, you know, I see things in Marta people don't know. She sees things in me that people don't know. It's like I don't know him that way, you know. I've never been in bed with the guy. Um, so I don't talk shit, but there's just something about his general mannerisms that just doesn't work for me. But I'm sorry had that problem. His account got banned a long time ago. Witchfoot cracks me up. She's like the auntie I never had. Yeah. uh, where are they? Cool beads. Uh, oh, the Hexfest beads. I think ours are hanging on the Gene Simmons nutcracker right now.
Yeah.
What's your thinking on this gods and goddesses, their own thought forms and deity or representations of the source? I think that the gods and goddesses that we use are similar to thought forms. I think that there is a creator, there is a force called the universal force, and humans need to personify to understand a thing, and a long time ago we personified certain pieces of that force to do certain things that then take on their own life in a way. But I think that the gods and goddesses that we had were created similar to what we would say when we create an egregore. They are a piece of the whole that we have pulled apart from that whole because we need something more narrow to focus on for a purpose that we're working on. You and me both, but I got mad respect for Witchfoot. Yes, me too. I didn't like him at first either. Yeah, it never grew on me. I mean, listen, when I got on TikTok, the first person that I heard call hoodoo an ATR was Brujo Ryan. So, you know, right away we started out on the wrong foot. Egregore is a made-up god. Egregore is an artificial deity form created. We tend to create egregores consciously, but a similar thing happens subconsciously. And so I think it's similar to that. They do exist and they have their own life beyond us, but our ancestors borrowed that energy from the whole of the Godhead because the whole of the Godhead is too large to focus on for smaller things, basically. Everybody's wrong about something. Yeah, well, you know, I'm just saying that was the first thing I saw. It didn't get any better. Didn't get any better. I do agree with the video that I saw in his recently where, you know, if you're a tarot reader, don't fucking work for free. I agree with that. ATR is African traditional religion. So voodoo from Haiti, Haitian voodoo, Santeria, Palo Mayombe.
New Orleans voodoo's. Oh, you're talking about ATR?
Yeah. Ifa, Lukumi,
Ocha.
Ocha. These are African traditional religions, and they are closed practices, and they require initiation to enter them. And hoodoo has none of that. That's my thinking. But that makes perfect sense. Okay, cool. Unclebirch coming to you live on YouTube and Instagram simultaneously. So you'll see me looking back and forth. Again, my January class is still open. It's a year and a day, $35 a month. You can go check it out and see what kind of things I teach over there or join the class. It is at gumroad.com/witchschool, WITCHSKEWL. And it is level 1 witch school January 2022. Have to join the right class. About 5 going. But I like controversial people. I like controversial people. I don't like his delivery. I don't like his tone of voice. Um, yeah, you can be. I love me some controversial, um, but controversy for the sake of controversy, I don't like. I just open my mouth and talk about some real shit, and it happens to be controversial almost every time I open my mouth. It's fucking real. Um, I, I see it more as contrived controversy. What's the one book you've read in your lifetime that transformed your journey the most? Drawing Down the Moon. Is there some kind of cultural thing where they face a cat sculpture towards the house, where the face is against the house? Just seen this and was curious if it was anything magical related. I know of nothing like that. I mean, cat sculptures are often vast, but I don't know of any specifics having it face the house or anything like that. Um, Ominous dreams, they come and show you stronger images, but then you have to figure out the meanings. Well, that's one of the first things that we're doing in my class. My students are learning how to interpret their dreams. Only you can interpret your dreams because they're based off of your subconscious inner dialogue. Um, and I believe there are very important things in your dreams, and I believe it's speaking a language, a symbolic language, um, to you. And my students are learning very early on to try and decipher that language so we can use that language backwards to deliver messages to that portion of the subconscious to make change in accordance with will. I don't think I know anybody else that teaches anything like that now that I think about it. Yay! Um, I mean, it's already done before you know how to react to it. What's the point of the dream? Yes, that takes a lot of work. You got to start the dream journal and just keep working at it. It'll get better. There's things trying to speak to you in your dreams, especially if you're on this path. Your spirit guides are trying to communicate to you in your dreams, and they've been trying to communicate to you for quite some time. And something about your subconscious seeing you try to figure that out, they meet you halfway. You say, "Oh God, he's finally paying attention, trying to figure out all this shit that we've been saying. Let's make it clear now." They speak to you even more. But the gypsy behind the 711 says she can decipher my dreams for only 5 payments of $400. Well, shit, that sounds like a good deal. It's very difficult to learn dream interpretation. Well, yeah, but it's impossible for somebody else to do it. So don't waste your money on those dream books and nobody can decipher your dreams. Your dreams are built on a set of symbols built by your own subconscious. Some of the other symbols are universal symbols, which would have been categorized by Carl Jung, but they are few and far between. Like you may see your childhood home in a dream. Normally, in the Jungian, home would represent security, growth, family, this kind of thing. But to your personal subconscious, that particular home that you saw in your dream represents some personal trauma that happened to you in that house more often than not. No dream book is going to ever interpret that for you. Waymack Morgan, I prefer the first few editions of Drawing Down the Moon since the last edition before Adler died. She bowed and scraped before a British historian who admitted to lying that Wicca was invented by Gardner. I don't know if I've read the more recent versions. I think in my mind is the original. Dream is Wild. Yes. Unclebirch is apparently not on the same level as the 7-Eleven gypsy. No, I'm trying though. I'm trying. I like tarot reading for dream interpretation. That would, that would work. Yeah. my shoe. Let's see. It's like if I look at a painting, it means one thing to a person, it means something to another. Yes, yes, yes. Kind of like a Rorschach, you know? It means something different to everybody that looks at it, based on their subconscious impressions. Absolutely. Um, Witchcraft is largely based in psychology, but it's not what you think when people say that. I think that there's a portion of our subconscious mind where the magic resides. We are manipulating things on an altar with certain tools and symbolic things to trigger that portion of the mind to cause change in accordance with will. So it is psychological, but it's not, it's not like the placebo effect psychology. However, saying that, let me think about that for a minute. The placebo effect means that they've given you a drug that's not really the drug that they said they gave you. And then they're going to see if your mind fixes the thing that the drug was intended for, even though what they gave you was a sugar pill. Like birth control pills. You have 5 pills in the fucking thing that are placebo pills. It's just to keep you on your cycle. You're taking those pills, but those 5 are for your during your cycle.
It's just to help you keep track.
It's to help you keep track. So those aren't actually. So those are placebo, basically.
Sugar pills.
Yeah, but if you ever see a drug being tested, they have a placebo group and they have the real drug group, and usually what you see is a large portion of the people on the placebo group are getting healed from that thing. Now that's
because they think it's the actual drug.
Exactly, and that speaks to me of the power of the mind. The placebo is not a bad thing. It's showing me that our mind can cure half of those fucking things if it just thinks it's curing those fucking things. That's causing change in accordance with will based on the powers of the mind. What's the stuff on your shirt? This is looks like it's runes, but it's not really runes. Witchy AF. Marta got it for me. And I'm amazed how many people have not been able to tell. I mean, I know it's backwards for you, but how many people haven't been able to tell what that says? But I like how my pentagram is, or my pentacle, is right on top of pentacle. I like color association. Depends on the individual and what resonates with them. To an extent, colors have a frequency. Colors transmit with a frequency, and some colors have the same effect on all humans on the other end. This is why stop signs are red, stoplights are red, caution, these things are red because red transmits a certain frequency to the mind that is drastic, important, and catches your attention. Back in the day, we used to have a thing called the phone book. And that's where you would find all of the numbers for all of the businesses and personal individuals out there in the world. And if you had a business, you had to have an ad in the phone book. And for an extra price, back when phone books started to go the way of the dodo bird, you could pay more money to have your ad done in red, because red is drastic, it catches attention. All of these things. Yellow is the color of air. Air is about the mind, it is about electricity, it is about thought. Back in my day, in the 80s, schools learned this psychology and started painting schools yellow. Also, light blue is associated with some of these same things and a level of calmness. Some colleges painted themselves light blue to stimulate the mind and calm down the students. Certain colors have a certain psychological effect on all humans, and it can't be discounted. So the basics, the colors of the earth, air, fire, and water, those tend to resonate the same way on all people. Green resonates in a green way, blue resonates in a green. They all have a transmission, they have a frequency that is associated with that color, and it has a similar effect on most people. So that's why color magic works so fucking good. It's because we don't even fucking know. We don't even know what it's doing to our brain when we're looking at that, but it's doing the same thing to most things. Hello, Unclebirch, coming to you live from New Orleans, where it's a beautiful day. It's like 80 degrees. Yesterday it was winter. Tomorrow it's going to be winter again. They're calling it an atmospheric roller coaster. And shit, if it that ain't accurate. That's
It's
fucking
like the
accurate.
perfect day.
Yeah, today's perfect
It's
day.
80,
Yeah.
feels like 84.
Yesterday I had, my two thickest fucking hoodies on, man, and the beanie, just to be outside.
I had at least a hoodie, sometimes a jacket on over my hoodie, and
Hmm.
now I have neither the hoodie nor the jacket outside.
My name came from the phone book since I was a preemie with other ginger baby. Same last name. Oh, your real name. See, I was thinking that you came from Willow, Mac Morgan. He was in a crow cage, as I recall. Yeah, that's what I always thought about you.
Yeah,
So,
we need to enjoy it today while we can, because the rest of
mm,
the month is 50s and 60s.
well, at least it's not cold enough. I had to bring a bunch of plants inside.
Yeah.
Hound. Hound. Uh, Baphomet. Baphomet is a god and a goddess. Some depictions of Baphomet, or I'm sorry, Baphomet, don't have tits. Baphomet was male and female, was depicting the right hand path and the left hand path and the Hermetic principle of as above, so below, all at the same time, and was a goat head, which was most of the gods of the old religion. It's been adopted by the Satanists, and they keep putting statues of Baphomet in public, saying that it's Satan. But no, it's not. Some days I wish I could meet the other redhead with the same last name. Let's see. Okay, so that was my story about Baphomet. Unclebirch coming to you live on YouTube and Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, you should follow me because I'm starting to go live there more often. It's Unclebirch_witch. If you're not following me on YouTube, it's Uncle Birch. Now, my account's been over here on YouTube for a very long time. And I think I'm closing in on 10,000 subscribers. But for the majority of which, up until like about a year or two ago, I made my YouTube page hard to find. It didn't say anything on it about witchcraft. I didn't tag things. You had to know that Freakphil 1309, FREAKPHIL, the numbers 1309 meant that you were going to learn some fucking witchcraft. Even though I was out in front of everybody, I was still kind of doing that secretive thing of making it not easy to find. So only recently have I done Uncle Birch, and I keep getting more and more followers as a result. But for the longest time, I've been out on YouTube for, God, 12, 13 years, something like that. And my page was purposefully hard to find. Uh, uh, any information on the Elvis Black Star fourth point of 32nd Venus pentagram? Um, no, but my thoughts are that that would be 32nd Venus pentacle, not pentagram. Until you draw it, then it becomes pentagram. But they're called pentacles in the books. Um, do you recommend doing spells for followers? I actually have been meaning to make a video on TikTok about this. I'll have to wait till I get out of TikTok jail. But I recommend the buddy system. Um, I've done this with other people. Sometimes the spell's so important to you, you're so wrapped up in it, it's really hard to do the third key of magic and forget about it. Especially like money magic, shit like that. Have a friend. Have a friend where you exchange favors. Have a witch friend or magical practitioner friend where you exchange favors. Like, hey, I need some fucking money. Could you do a money spell for me, and I'll do something for you. What you need. And then you've detached yourself from it. So like when I work for a client, always works better than if I'd done that same spell for myself, because I'm hung up on it. Even with all my training, there's some part of me that's not fucking letting go of that thing. Um, uh, the buddy system. Have somebody you have a relationship with, that the exchange. You do this for me, I'll do this for you. Cross my palms with silver, and I'll give you this thing. Um, it makes for some really good fucking magic, because they're not hung up on it, they're not connected to it. They can totally do it abstractly from the sidelines. I hate the term followers amidst the craft. Yeah, I don't like, well, I'm an anarchist, so I've never liked the word followers, even though I've been in a leadership position since I was 14 years old. Hard for an anarchist to embrace that, but it's been my position as a priest for a very long time. 14 years, Unclebirch's been around for everyone. Yeah, Mary there used to study at my shop back in the day. You're welcome. Hello, Moni Sacred. How are you? If you're not following, follow me over here. I'm coming to you live on YouTube and Instagram simultaneously. Hard to find witches in Greece. Everyone is all about saints and saints all day long. Yeah, that happened in a lot of places. But the thing that I always like to remind people, this is an idea that the Catholic Church came up with in Germany, Britannia, and Ireland, to convert pagan gods into saints, to get the pagans to show up to church. The thing they did before that, they cut down the sacred groves where the pagans worshipped, and they built churches on them. However, the people that were, at that time, Christianity was the ruling class religion, and the people building the churches were peasants, and as such, pagans. So the pagans built the pagan gods into the churches, and all the way from fucking Germany through France, all through all Britain, Ireland, all the way through, you find these old, ancient, ornate churches with foliate masks, which are the green man, the god of the forest, and goddesses with flowers and fruit as their hair, kind of thing. So goddesses of abundance, that kind of thing. Crop goddesses, built into the very structure of the fucking church themselves. And that got some of the pagans to go in, but then they came up with this other brilliant idea of converting pagan gods into saints. Now, this specifically was for gods. One of the notable exceptions for this was Bridget of Ireland. She was a goddess and got to be a saint. Most of the goddesses during this same time got converted by the Christians into demons, like Astarte. Astarte is Astaroth, a name I will not say 3 times, because the second name I said was a demon. It was her demonic form. But then with neo-paganism coming up, Astarte has been picked up out of those ashes and given prominence and given worship again, and she exists. If you've ever worked with her, you can feel her presence, but the demonic form still exists. If you've ever worked with that other one, it still exists. So the Christians did have some sort of power to do what they were fucking doing, or something, or it works. But they came up with the idea. Now, later down the road, in Ireland, in Italy, apparently in Greece, I hadn't actually heard that one before, things start to happen. First starts happening really hardcore in Ireland. They start going in and they're worshiping their pagan gods, but they're calling them this saint or that saint or the other saint. So this same idea that the Christians came up with led to several versions of paganism all over the world surviving because they look like Catholicism. They set up this scenario. And then, where does that happen again? It happens with voodoo in Haiti. Santeria is all about that. Santeria, the name implies saints in the very fucking name. So you have these African traditions that also survive by adopting the mask of the religion of their oppressors all because they came up with this idea back in the day. You got Santa Muerte. Santa Muerte is a folk saint that is based on an Aztec goddess. The people of Mexico made that a saint on their own, which is totally rebellious as fuck because you're not the Pope, you're not a cardinal, you're not a bishop. You don't have the power within the Catholic Church to do that, but the people did it. They did it anyways. Um, and they're not going to undo it. But so basically, the idea of converting pagan gods into saints eventually turns around and bites the Catholics in the ass and makes many forms of magic, many forms of what we would call paganism, able to survive through the times of persecution because they look like Catholics, they look like Catholicism. And the Druids are snickering beyond the veils to this fucking day. What is Lilith? Seems like she started as a human. Is she a goddess or a demon? I'd say she's closer to a goddess. I mean, she was the original wife of Adam and refused to take any of his shit. And then she went off with Seth, and she created demons and fucked them. She made, or she called up demons, and she had sex with demons, basically. But that doesn't make her a demon. But she's basically, you know, a badass goddess that doesn't take shit from dudes. That's enough of a reason to call on her. Imagine being a god and suddenly hearing prayers calling you George. Yes, yes, yes. But in Greece, back to the original thing, prime goddess there is going to have to be Hecate. And August 13th is going to be her special day. And the crossroads, her special place. I remember getting into it with hoodoo people on TikTok when they said, you know, working at the crossroads is a closed practice. I said, well, tell that to the fucking Greeks because they've been doing it for thousands of years for fucking Hecate, way before hoodoo was a fucking thing. There's always duality, absolutely. Unclebirch coming to you live from New Orleans on YouTube and Instagram. And oh, look at the time. All right, I'm gonna probably finish this smoke and I'm gonna get out of here because the Saints need my help. Speaking of Saints, only football team I watch, I'll watch the damn Super Bowl. That's about it. But when you come to New Orleans, you got people are gonna ask you. If you have nothing to say, they're gonna look at you like you're a tourist. And LSU, you got to know what happened. I don't really know. I'm not following LSU, so I don't fucking know. Birch, stop smoking. It's a close practice. It is. I mean, Native American man, right there. But another one from my culture, my cultural similarity class. People have been sprinkling and smoking tobacco to gods all over the earth for thousands of years. And it just so happened that Native Americans came up with the same idea. That fascinates me more than people coming over and stealing other people's shit because they were already fucking doing it. The idea that cultures all over the world, magical cultures, came up with the same fucking ideas all over the earth before they met each other just legitimizes the fucking thing to me. If only hoodoo believed that shit, I'd say hoodoo was bullshit. If only witchcraft believed that and nobody else did, I'd say that was bullshit too. I get the day off work if the Seahawks go to the Super Bowl, so go Seahawks. Who are they playing? Because apparently I need the Rams to win too. So I have to like, if that game's not over, I have to go over and watch that. So I need the Saints to win and the Rams to win. Apparently that configuration makes the Saints have their wild card game and go into the playoffs, if I read that correctly. So if the Rams are playing the Seahawks, I got to go Rams, man. Sorry. Having said that, I remember when the Seahawks went by the name Puffer. And he liked to do this Telly Savalas thing. Always had a lollipop in his mouth. I know a certain form of English paganism that describes Baphomet as a blonde woman. Never came across any info similar to that. Me neither. I have a question. I didn't do that. There's no favorites. I have three main patrons, and none of them are favorite. Um, they all have their place. I heard next year Anne Rice's son will be doing a memorial gathering for his mom in New Orleans. I'm kind of surprised they didn't do a second line
Mm-hmm.
for her. She passed when they're redoing the vampire interview with the vampire. They're filming that right now in New Orleans, which there's just some shit you don't fucking do, and that's one that's right up there, man. You just don't redo fucking interview with a vampire, man. What the fuck's wrong with you people? You can't make it better. I still haven't seen the new Dune, but people say it's good. I never saw the old Dune, so I have nothing to compare it to. I remember the part about the sandworms. That's about it. All right. Well, it's been fun hanging with you all, but I've got about 20 minutes before the other thing starts, so I got to get out of here. Thank you for joining me on YouTube and Instagram today. If you're not following me on Instagram, I'm Unclebirch_witch. Follow me over there, because I go live there more often than I ever did before. We're here on YouTube. I'm Uncle Birch. You should be able to find me there. Yep, there's some movies that should never be remade. Absolutely. What next? We're going to redo The Lord of the Rings. We're going to redo The Hobbits. I haven't even seen The Hobbits yet. I've seen pieces of them. Anyway, to remind ourselves of what our ancestors to follow in the ways, I always like to remember the immortal words: Merry meet, merry part, merry meet